Alright guys, it's BLM here. It's time for another video. This is going to be another review. This is going to be a review of Red Romance from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. And I'm an enormous Lost Galaxy fan. It's my favorite season of all time, and for most of the episodes I would defend it, but I mean this one is... it's just an episode that isn't good. I mean, I don't like this episode. Even as a freaking Power Ranger Lost Galaxy fanboy, I cannot love this episode. So the episode starts off with a girl named Ginger, and she crashes her bike, and when she all of a sudden like flies off her bike, she just like flies forward and shit. Leo ends up saving her, and right after he saves her, her brother Colby ends up showing up and gets pissed off because he thinks that he's doing something to his sister. Everything ends up alright, and then they go back to Colby's like garage thing, whatever, where he works on motorcycles and stuff. The villains are then shown with Deviant summoning a monster who can trap people inside mirrors. Then Leo wants to test out a motorcycle and stuff, so Colby lets him. He rides around, a really long scene of just like Leo just driving around just to waste time. But at the end, Leo ends up asking Ginger out on a date and stuff, and they go on a date, and pretty much the entire date is pretty much Leo just showing off. Looks like a douche while doing it, but whatever. I'm a big fan of Leo. I mean, in this episode, I did not really like him. But whatever, the monster from earlier attacks the city. Ginger ends up getting captured by the monster, even though Leo is like right there. And Leo then tells Colby that Ginger has been captured, and he gets really like, he freaks the fuck out. He starts running around town like trying to find her. It's such a stupid scene. He then goes back and talks to Leo and gets really pissed off at him, saying that you should have protected my sister. I promised our parents that I would protect her and shit. It's so retarded. And he's saying, now I've broken that promise. It's such a terrible scene, really. I mean, just such a retarded episode overall. But other than rides his motorcycle around town and stuff like that, finds the monster and decides to fight it. After that, Leo gets called by Alpha, telling him that there's a disturbance in the city, and Alpha says, should I contact the others? And he says no. I thought this was retarded. Why would you say no? He said, I want to do it myself. What fucking matter does it make? Like, what difference does it fucking make? Like, why wouldn't you want help? Mind you, Leo does even morph when he gets there. I don't understand that either. Maybe he wants to take credit for saving him or something, which is retarded. The monster ends up running off, and Leo follows it and finally morphs after a while and fights it. The others finally show up, and Leo says that she captured Ginger. How would the other Rangers know who the fuck Ginger is? They were never, like, this is one of the only episodes where only one Ranger is actually in the episode. Leo's the only Ranger in this episode, unmorphed. Everyone else doesn't show up unmorphed. So, and they don't show him ever talking to them about Ginger, so how the fuck would they know who Ginger is? After that, cuts the Sentai footage of Leo fighting the monster. They end up calling on the Lights of Orion and use their finisher on the monster, and they end up losing somehow. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. The monster gets on a fucking motorcycle. Kind of random, but whatever. And yeah, the motorcycle ends up beating the Lights of Orion. That's kind of strange as well. Colby ends up showing up on his motorcycle and ends up saving them because they were about to be defeated. Colby then starts asking the Rangers, like, where's Leo? Where the hell's Leo? Then Kai comes out with an explanation. Oh, he called us here. Colby decides to attack the monster by himself. He ends up losing, so Leo goes, tries to save him, and they're finally able to defeat the monster with the red capture cycle. Leo then releases all the people that they captured, including Ginger. The monster grows, and the Rangers call on the Megazord. And somehow the monster transports them to a different dimension. It's never really explained, but whatever. And then, like, after, like, a couple hits, all of a sudden the Megazord is back in the regular dimension. This scene just made no sense. They never explained what that dimension was and how they got out of it, but whatever. And then this is even more stupid. They end up calling on the Centaurus Megazord, which is awesome because I love the Centaurus Megazord, and they actually showed the full morphing sequence. But what's so stupid is that he wasn't really used. He only did like one punch, and all of a sudden Megazord just does its finisher and defeats the monster. The Centaurus Megazord wasn't really even needed. I don't even know why they even called on it. It was so fucking retarded. So in the end, Ginger thanks Leo, and Colby just like looks at him for some reason, like just stares at him for some reason, doesn't say anything. Leo ends up walking away, and then Colby decides to thank him, so he goes on his motorcycle and tracks Leo down. and says, "Thank you for saving my sister," and then that's the end of the episode. What a piece of shit. I mean, I'm a big Lost Galaxy fan, but I really don't like this episode. I mean, really, there's nothing I can really say good about this episode, to be honest. I think this is going to be my first one. I mean, I haven't given an episode a 1 yet, and I think this might be my first one. I don't like this episode at all. I mean, I'm a big fan of Lost Galaxy, I'm a big fan of Leo, but this was just a piece of shit. So, yeah, I'm giving this episode a 1. So, yeah, thank you for watching.